Look at it. He's the protection for Albert Pujols, Shohei Ohtani.
You know, that's really true. That's a good hitter in back of Pujols. That has to help him pitch.
My.
There it goes. Deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Over the high scoreboard wall. Shohei Ohtani. It's a long home run, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Well, I told you in batting practice he was hitting them into the rock pile, which is dead center field, and you knew as soon as you heard that, you didn't even have to look up. You heard the sound of that bat, and what a swing. Beautiful level swing, little tiny uppercut, and that deep in the right field stands. That was really something. Wow, did that get out of here in a hurry or what, John? Wow.
You know, Ohtani has a very traditional batting stance, and he has a great swing. And there is Simmons. Here's the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons, who's at 318, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Simmons, another great acquisition by Billy Epler.
22 years old. Wow.
The 1-0 strike. He's a great defensive shortstop, and what do you know? He's starting to hit. We just saw that pitch again. Ohtani got a fastball in the middle, and he hit it out. So 1-0 Angels here in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch hit on the ground toward the middle. Grabbed by Torres. Throws off balance. In time, what an arm. He got the ground ball on the edge of the outfield grass and back of second. Didn't hesitate and made a perfectly strong throw. One thing about Gleyber Torres, he can really play.
You're not going to want to miss the Yankees' 3rd annual Star Wars night on Friday, May 4th, fans. Not only will there be appearances by your favorite Star Wars characters, but the first 40,000 guests in attendance will receive a special Aaron Judge Jedi bobblehead. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com.
Now here's Zach Cozart, who the Angels got from Cincinnati, and takes a pitch high. Cozart is having kind of a tough beginning. He's at 226. 2 homers, 9 RBI. Shortstop for the Reds, now playing third for the Angels. They have a shortstop. And the pitch, a strike. You know, I didn't give the stats, but in the first 31 innings, Severino had given up only 1 home run.
Right.
Pitch is a fastball outside. So that was his second homer.
And he just missed with a fastball. He's got a great swing. That kid can really hit.
Now 2-1 to Cozart. And also Heaney, who's a soft thrower. Pitch is low. He struck out the side last inning, something I should have mentioned and didn't. If you get injured at work or by bad meds, turn to the Broadway Sluggers of Injury Law, Whites and Luxembourg. They'll go to bat for you. Call 800-LAW 6789 today. Cozart fouls off the pitch, and it's 3-2.
When Billy Epler signed Zach Cozart, he was going to play second base, and then Billy called him, and when they signed, and said, "I have a chance to get Ian Kinsler. Would you mind playing third?"
There's the payoff, and it is strike 3. Again, Porter waits. So if he waits, I have to wait. Cozart was 3 steps down the line as well. Anyway, 1 run, 1 hit, the home run by Ohtani. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it's 1-0 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The 2018 Range Rover Velar combines elegance and capability like never before. Its modern silhouette.
New York.
Turns out you can buy happiness as long as what you're buying is Domino's Pizza, because at Domino's you can get a deal on a large 3-topping pizza for carry out every day of the week.
Here's Gleyber Torres to lead off. And the lefty deals. Big breaking ball strike. Heaney is really showing the Yankees his repertoire, and 0-1. Pitches high, and the Yankees, but he went, says first base umpire Bill Miller in the count 0-2. But what he's doing is really pitching. That's how you pitch. You don't know what's coming. It could be any one of his pitches. He deals, and the breaking ball is lined to right center field, and it is a diving catch. No, he dropped the ball. No, he held on. Cole Calhoun raced to right center, dove, landed, and held on. So Torres robbed of a hit, one away.
And one of the things that they have done with Upton when they got Upton at left field, this is some outfield now with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun. Not a lot of things are going to drop in. That was some catch. Wow.
A full dive, and he landed. I wondered if the ball was going to come out of his glove. It did not. Here is Torres, and he takes a pitch outside. Ronnie is 15 for 36. No homers, 4 RBIs. Torres before that out was 6 for 19 with an RBI. Pitch. Swung on, a high fly to center. Trout moves a couple of steps back to make the catch, and they're 2 away. Now 2 down. Here's Aaron Hicks. The top of the 3rd inning brought to you by Spectrum. Get the best TV, internet, and voice service today at Spectrum.com. Now back to the top of the order. Here's Aaron Hicks. Yankees have had 1 man on base, a clean line single to right by Giancarlo.
Interesting to see second time around what the approach will be, because now they've all seen him in different pitches.
Hicks takes a pitch strike. Well, you know one thing, it's not possible to go through a game and make perfect pitches all the time. And he keeps them guessing whether he's going to throw a change or a curveball or a 4-seamer or a 2-seam fastball. He's doing a great job mixing it up. The Yankees haven't got it yet. The 0-1 swung on a high chop to third, foul. It would have been a base hit. It was kind of a Baltimore chop. So the count 0-2 on Hicks.
Heaney was a big-time prospect with the Marlins, and the Angels got him and came over and immediately had Tommy John surgery. And they think that maybe he came back. He's in the 7 starts. We talked about this in pregame. In the 7 starts since the Tommy John surgery, he's 1-3 with an ERA of almost 8. Given up his one bugaboo is home runs, and he's given up 15 home runs in the 31 innings since he came back from Tommy John.
Hicks takes a breaking ball low, and the count 1-2. Heaney would like to pitch. First of all, as I mentioned, there are only so many ways to play baseball. And so here's the 1-2 to Hicks. Fouled away. So he's a left-hander and then you name, let's go back to Eddie Lopad and Preacher O. Well, let's go back to Tommy Glavine and Jimmy Key. That's how he pitches. Mm-hmm. And you can win, you can be very successful. You have to be able to throw the ball where you want to, and I would say that's the key. 1-2. Swung on, foul back. No, the count holds at 1-2.
And through the years, and since I've been broadcasting, the Yankees have always had trouble with soft throwing lefties. Going back to, I keep saying it, the Billy Traber thing. One hit. We never heard of Billy Traber. It came up with Cleveland. One hit the Yankees. And always have had trouble, no matter what teams they are. Soft-throwing lefties, very difficult.
Here's the 1-2. The breaking ball is low. And called a strike by Alan Porter. Hicks didn't like the call, and I've got to stop umpiring, and I'll tell you why. Not that I mind umpiring, but Alan Porter calls him too slowly. So, and that, by the way, I saw the replay. That was a ball. Out-and-out ball. 1-2-3. Go the Yanks at the end of 2.5. 1-0 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The 3rd inning is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting.
Now to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the other lefty hitter, Cole Calhoun, and he takes low. Calhoun's a good hitter. He's off to a terrible start. He's hitting 174. With a homer and 10 RBIs. He won't be hitting that for long. He's a good hitter. 1-0 Angels on a long home run by Ohtani. And Sevy Deals fouled off. And the count 1-1.
And we are coming to you live from the Sunoco broadcast booth. Sunoco is a proud partner of the Yankees radio network.
Well, nightfall has come to Southern California, which I think makes this ballpark look even better. It is glamorous. One thing, Disney didn't do a very good job in running the team. Pitch. Swung on and lined right to Sevy. He flips to first. I don't think he had to. But maybe he did trap it. I don't know. Well, one away. Here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. He's 10 for 58 on the year, a homer and 6 RBIs.
You know, you can, if everybody else hits, you can carry a catcher who hits 170 or 200. His value is his pitch calling and the way he plays the position of catcher. As Joe Torre always used to say, well, it's called catcher for a reason.
The pitch is a fastball strike. That was 98. Heaney, by the way, I guess I should mention this. He's already struck out 6 Yankees in 3 innings. So mixing up his pitches is working. Maldonado foul tips. And the count 0-2. I mean, all teams want a good catcher. But I think Socia probably sees more because he caught for so long. But you know what? Girardi caught for a long time, too. But I'd say everybody wants a catch-and-throw guy. We know one thing about Gary. He can throw. He got the throw down, and as far as hitting, he probably is the best hitting catcher in baseball. So it'll be an 0-2 to Maldonado, who now steps out.
And there's kind of a contrast in styles, Luis Severino and Andrew Heaney.
Very much so. Pitch. Struck about swinging slider. Third strikeout for Sevy. And they're a 2-away. When Aaron Hicks struck out to end the top of the third, that was the 15th out of the game, brought to you by Geico. Geico, saving you money on car insurance, has been in Geico's wheelhouse for over 75 years. So after the game, get a quote at geico.com. So easy, a caveman can do it. Back to the top of the order, here's Ian Kinsler. He walked and then was caught stealing. And the pitch, a fastball strike, 0-1. No one is low. When Disney was called a strike by Porter, I've got to stop calling pitches till he does something. He takes a long time to call. Just what we need. It'll be an 0-2 to Kinsler with 2 outs, no one on. I was talking about Disney rebuilding this ballpark, and they did. The ballpark was beautiful before. Here's the 0-2. Pitch is low, but they really made changes. Now, one thing, because it's Southern California, you can work all year round. There's no quote-unquote winter. But they really changed the ballpark and made it, what a beautiful ballpark. Very interesting ballpark. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a high pop in shallow center. Torres is out calling. He makes the catch to end the inning. A 1-2-3 for Sevy. And at the end of 3 innings of play, 1-0 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
At Advanced Auto Parts, we offer you the quality parts you want and knowledge you need. And we're always looking.
This is David Robertson of the New York Yankees, and you're listening to the flagship station for Yankees baseball, The Fan, WFAN and WFAN-FM, New York.
And the bottom of the 3rd inning was brought to you by Spectrum. Get the best TV, internet, and voice service today at Spectrum.com. Well, we go to the 4th. Aaron Judge will lead it off. He struck out his first time. Heaney has struck out 6 as the Yankees off balance. Pitch cut on a miss. Wow. On a change. And really has him off balance.
Change after change.
And boy, he is living proof that you don't have to throw 95 to win. And there's the 0-1. And there's another change for a strike. That's something. As he doubles up his pitches, it'll be Judge, Didi, and Stanton here in the fourth. 1-0 Angels. Pitch outside, and the count 1-2.
Top of the fourth inning brought to you by Domino's Pizza, the pizza with the best toppings. Domino's, the official pizza of the Yankees radio network.
Judge drills one deep but foul down the left field line. Got all of that, but yanked it foul. And the count holds at 1-2.
Tried to get a curveball by him, and it was just a little bit early. Scoreboard update brought to you by Bigelow Tea, who encourages you to grab a mug and tea proudly. Let's see what's brewing around the league.
1-2. Swung on and drilled to deep right. That ball, if it's fair, is gone. It is a foul ball. He missed by 2 seats. Right down the right field line, and the ball missed the foul pole, I guess, by a couple of seats.
Tried to throw a two-seamer in there. Just, wow. I thought that was going to be fair, didn't you? Let's see where it's... Oh. 2-3 seats? Wow.
Just missed the pole.
I thought that had
I think the width really is 2 seats. It was back a few rows. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 is called. 1 away.
Texas beat Toronto 6-4. It was 6-0. Baltimore finally wins. They beat Detroit 6-0. Cleveland beat Seattle 6-5. They were in Cleveland. Tampa Bay, who's won 7 in a row now, beat Boston 4-3. That was at Fenway Park. At the top of the 6th in Minnesota. Cincinnati leading Minnesota 10-8. Minnesota's lost 7 in a row. Phil Hughes only made it 3 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs and 5 hits.
Someone got thrown out. Alan Porter threw someone out, and it better be a manager or a coach, because it's a player. The Yankees are in trouble. They only have 2 players.
Yeah.
Now Aaron Boone is coming out. The Yankees have hated the ball strike calls of Alan Porter. I've only hated that he calls them so late. So I would hope for the Yankees' sake it's Boone who got thrown out, not one of the players.
Well, he got thrown out, which is why he came out on the field to say what he's saying. We'll see if anybody else got. I mean, they have hated this, and they've probably been bench jockeying. Oh no, well, Boone is staying there, so he couldn't have gotten thrown out because he's staying right there.
Here's Didi, and he fouls it back. Well, one thing I do know, someone got thrown out because it was a very elaborate gesture.
Well, who's picking up his Josh Bard? Bench coach is leaving the premises.
Now here's the 0-1. Caught on, missed.
Houston lost to Oakland 8-1. 4-4 White Sox in Kansas City, bottom of the 9th inning in the National League. Top of the 4th in San Diego. Mets leading San Diego 1-0. That's Jacob deGrom against Clayton Richard.
Didi struck out his first time. How has Heaney mesmerized the Yanks? He's already struck out 7 men. So you don't have to be a guy throwing 96, 97 to get strikeouts. He just has him off balance completely with this variety of pitches. He pitched great. The 0-2 is foul back by Didi, so the count holds 0-2. 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Giants draft guard Will Hernandez, linebacker Lorenzo Carter, and defensive tackle B.J. Hill. Jets take Division II defensive tackle Nathan Shepard. More later, WFAN, WFAN-FM, New York.
There's a breaking ball to Didi that missed. 1-2. John Sterling, Susan Waldman, the big A in Anaheim. 1-0 Angels. A home run by Ohtani. And the 1-2 swung on and grounded foul on a breaking ball off first.
You know, John, do you think that Aaron Boone came out to find out who exactly was thrown out of the game? That's what it kind of looks like now, since it was Josh Bard who picked up his things. I mean,
I'm really not sure. You'll ask tomorrow on the manager's show what he said. I think the Yankees, though, do not like the calls on the home plate umpire. Here's the 1-2. grounded foul off first again. And what I was saying before, that I hope it's Boone and not a player. The Yankees only have 2 players on the bench. They can't afford to get anyone thrown out. They can't afford to get anyone injured. Gardner is on the bench and Roman, and that's it. They're playing with 24 men because of the Austin suspension. Now the lefties 1-2. Swung on a broken bat, bloop over first, base hit down the right field line. Didi rounds first. He'll head for second. He is there with a double. A broken bat bloop over first fell just fair. You could hear the broken bat up here. So the Yanks have the tying run at second with 1 out.
And when you're going well, you're going well. And Didi did, as John described it, a broken bat. So that was lucky what he did. He broke the bat, and it just blooped in. You know, when you're going well, things seem to fall in. When you're not, people are there and catch them.
Well, here's Stanton. That's the Yankees' second hit. The first hit was hit really hard by Stanton. That was a broken bat bloop. Now the tying run at second with 1 out. And Heaney deals. The pitch is low, and the count 1-0. Once again, pitch low, 2-0. You'll never have, all 9 guys hitting. I mean, that's silly. That never will happen. But the Yankees will be a whole lot better off when Stanton gets hot, and he will. And he's going to have a big hot streak at some time. He's too good not to. And the fact that he's got Judge and Didi in front of him and Sanchez behind him will help. And the 2-0 to be made by Heaney. Way high with the fastball, 3-0.
He actually got that up to 91. Tried a fastball right there. Yeah, that's the whole thing, John. First base is open, but you got Gary Sanchez standing in back of him.
Right. If he delivers something in the middle of the plate, Stanton will probably have the hit privilege. It'll be a 3-0. It's way outside. He pitched around him. So the Yanks have 2 on and 1 out for Gary Sanchez. That's the first walk given up by Heaney. Maldonado goes out to the mound to have the first official visit.
Let's see if they've got their little mound visit things like they do at Yankee Stadium. I don't see it. They've changed all these boards. I don't know where anything is.
We have to depend on Jack, of course, and Susan's scoreboards. You can't see the scores. They have them on the sides of the second deck down the right field line, down the left field line. I couldn't see them at all. They can't be seen. They've taken the scores off the main board. Anyway, that's our problem. Here is Sanchez, 2 on and 1 out. And Heaney deals. I don't know, strike.
Well, the 2 games we care about are over already. So.
Sanchez struck out his first time. It isn't that he's throwing, it's not like, let's say, Verlander dominates you or Chris Sale. That's not Heaney, but he has him off balance. As he has mixed up his pitches very well. Pitch is low, and the count 1-1 to Sanchez. What the Yankees have to do, or try to do, I guess, either look for a pitch when they have 2 strikes, make sure they swing at strikes.
He's one of those pitchers that if you don't do well, you'll go to a player and say, what was he doing? He said nothing. It's just a very comfortable 0 for 4.
1-1 is grounded to the right side. Pujols goes to second 1. The relay to first won't be made. It was a very weak bouncer. So it is a 3-6 force And the Yankees have first and third, 2 out for Neil Walker.
And looking at that, and Pujols got that with his bare hand and threw to second base.
So here's Walker, who hasn't been hitting at all, and has a chance with a base hit to drive in a run and tie the game. Neil is a switch hitter, batting right.
Now with Pujols playing Sanchez at first, he's got that whole right side, and Neil Walker, when he's going well, can go the other way.
Now the left-hander deals, and the breaking ball is low. Didi leads off third. Sanchez leads off first. And the pitch is swung on. There it goes, deep left field. That ball is high. It is far. It is caught by Upton against the wall. I honestly thought that was out. Maybe on a warm night in June it'd be out. Upton caught it back to the wall as Neil Walker just missed. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. And now at the end of 3.5, it's 1-0 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
Springtime is a season with sights, sounds, and tastes that we all love. The blooms and birds in the trees, the crack of the bat and roar of the...
Fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Well, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Walker hit the ball really hard. I don't know if it died or not. How would I tell? But right in front of the 2 bullpens. Yankee bullpen is on the lower deck. Pitch to Trout is outside. Angel bullpen is up. Anyway, I really thought that was out, and Upton never gave up on it and caught it right at the wall. Trout fly to left his first time, and there's a strike in the count 1-1. The Angels have a 1-0 lead on a long home run by Shohei Ohtani. You know, one thing we didn't mention, we should, because this ballpark has changed in one way. Trout takes low. To get a home run in right center, you had to hit the ball over the high scoreboard wall. Well, they've changed that. Severino's 2-1. Fouled off. They have put a yellow line on the lower part of the wall, and there is a separation. I don't know how they did that, but there's a separation. I would think there'd be a lot of arguments. Did it hit? It has to hit over the yellow line for a home run. But there is a little bit of separation between the 2 fences. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. Alan Porter normally waited and made his strikeout call. 1 away. It would annoy me to strike out. And it would annoy me even further that he takes his time and makes a big flourish. No, 1 away, and here is Justin Upton.
And now we got Mike Scioscia barking in there because he didn't like that. I think probably for both reasons.
Upton struck out his first time. He's a right-hand hitter with power. And Severino deals. There's a fastball strike at 98. And the pitch is grounded fair over first. Base hit to right field. Judge fields near the line. Walker was playing in the normal spot for a right-hand hitter. He played off first, and the ball was hit over the bag. So a 1-out single for Upton. One thing about the yellow line and the high scoreboard wall, the yellow line continues after the high scoreboard wall goes down to the batter's protection trees out in this case, just right center. you still can hit it over the yellow line and get a home run. Here's Pujols with 1 on and 1 out. And the pitch, a fastball strike.
Now, with that separation, if the ball is over the yellow line, wouldn't it disappear?
It could, yeah. Yeah, if it doesn't hit the wall, I'm telling you, there must be a lot of arguments. The pitch to Pujols. Swung on and grounded. Double play ball to second. Step on the bag. Torres throws to first. Double play. One thing. If Pujols hits a ground ball, you got it out. So no runs. That was a really slow ground ball, and Walker had all the time in the world. No runs, 1 hit, no one left. And a 4-1-0 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Yankee fans, don't miss the next game. Travel with Newark Airport Express to stay on time for your...
To your flagship station for New York Yankees baseball, The Fan, Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, WFAN and WFAN FM New York.
Well, here we go to the 5th. Very speedy game. And the Yankees don't normally play speedy games. It's 1-0 Angels. Ohtani had a home run in the second inning. Judge missed a home run by a couple of seats down the right field line. And Duhar takes a pitch outside. Come out to Yankee Stadium Saturday, May 12th, when the Yankees take on the A's for one of everybody's favorite days, Bat Day. The first 10,000 guests, 14 and younger, will receive a Didi Gregorius replica bat, courtesy of Bank of America. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Pitch back to Andujar is low, so the count 2-0. And Heaney deals, caught on a miss, 2-1.
You know, this game is speeding along because both pitchers are throwing strikes, so you don't have you can't take a lot of pitches, foul pitches off if you're behind in the count all the time.
The 2-1 fouled away, first base side, 2-2. The 0-2 is lined to left field down the line. A long run for Upton. He can't get there. It's a base hit. And Duhar heads towards second. The throw is not in time. Hustle double for Andujar. Doing the do. And the Yankees have the tying run at second with no one out. And here is Torres.
John, aren't you surprised when you see him run? You wouldn't think he's really fast.
I think the Yankees... And the Yankees know this. That's why they're there. Have two really good players in Gleyber Torres and Miguel Andujar. Here's Gleyber, who fly to right his first time.
He is fast. That we know is Gleyber Torres.
And Heaney deals. Change, cut on. I missed. Off speed. I didn't put it down, but the Torres first at bat. He's the one who hit the line drive to right center, and Calhoun made a terrific catch. It'll be an 0-1. And the pitch swung on and fouled. First base side. You can really see why Heaney would succeed if he stays out of the middle. I mean, but that's true of all pitchers. But anyway, the reason is he has so much off speed, both his curveball and his change. And then when he throws the fastball, it looks a lot faster than it is. And maybe you're looking off speed and you can't catch up. So, and here's the 0-2, lays off a high fastball. So if he is able to, I sound like every cliche, if he's able to execute his pitches, but that's really what it is. He changes speeds, changes areas, and tries to stay out of the middle. It's a good thing to do if you're pitching. And there's the 1-2 to Torres. And the pitch low inside. And the count 2-2.
Gleyber Torres has a great idea, the strike zone for someone so young. Both Andujar and Gleyber. By the way, John, that was Andujar's 10th double of the year. We're not even out of April, and he's got 10 doubles. Well,
remember that siege when he had almost nothing but extra base hits. I think he had like 15 hits and 12 extra base hits or so. Here's the 2-2 to Gleyber. And the pitch is cut on him. So there are 2 away. Check that. There's 1 away.
8th strikeout. Wow.
Yeah, that's something. 8 strikeouts. Heaney has him off balance. Here is Torres. So after the strikeout, the Yankees have 2 cracks at the game-tying hit from Torres and Hicks. And the left-hander deals. Line hard. There's a base hit to left field. Andujar going to third has to be held. The ball was hit in front of him, so he had to wait for the ball to go through. It did, and Upton was right there to throw in. So Phil Nevin promptly held him at third. First and third, 1 out for Hicks.
And he tried to get a little curveball by him, and Torres was right on it.
Hicks has flied out and then struck out and was none too happy about the call, which led to Josh Bard getting thrown out. So first and third, 1 man out. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And that's quite a chant.
Yankee Stadium West.
Hicks cuts and misses at a change. Tough, very tough. Way out in front. And the count 0-1. You know, one thing, in LA, there's traffic like other places. This is a very late arriving crowd. They have near a sellout tonight. Near. And look around, only the wings of the upper deck have a lot of seats in them. And it didn't look that way when we started the game.
It takes so long to get anywhere. It took us a long time, at 2:30 to get here from the hotel. Wow.
And the 0-1 won't be made. Well, this is Friday afternoon, no question. Now, right-hander Jim Johnson is up in the Angel bullpen.
Now, look, he's up to 86 pitches.
Yeah, that's why, I didn't look, and that is why.
Yep.
No, being 0-1. Cut out a missed 0-2.
Hicks, big, tall swing. Big swing.
A change, and then a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Put it a little on, take a little off, and he has done it brilliantly tonight. Andujar, the runner at third. Torres, the runner at first, with 1 out. Now Hicks behind 0-2. He can't look for a pitch. He has, as Wade Boggs would say, see the ball, hit the ball, and try to get the run in. Now here's the 0-2. Breaking ball's in the dirt. Nice block by Maldonado. 1-2. Hicks had stepped out, not back in. Big inning for Heaney. He has to get through this inning to get credit for the win, if in fact the Angels hold on to the lead. 1-2. Swung on and line to center field. Trout is there, makes the catch. Scoring is Andujar. The throw goes to second. Big at bat for Aaron Hicks. He hits a sac fly to dead center. Andujar scores, and the game is tied at 1.
And he had told me today he thought his swing was a little off. He was swinging too much and too big a swing. That was very compact. He just met the ball. Looking at the ball, it's on the outside part of the plate. Didn't try and pull it. Just hit the ball where it was pitched, ended up as a sacrifice fly.
Yeah, I just saw that again as he went down and got a breaking ball and hit a rope to center field. Well, the game is tied at 1. Here is Hicks. Judge. Judge has struck out twice. As Heaney deals, grounded foul, off-speed pitch. Judge, last time I may have struck out, but he had a drive down the right field line that missed the pole by what we think is the width of a couple of seats. Torres, the runner at first with 2 outs. For Hicks, his 8th RBI of the year. And the left-hander deals. There's a strike.
Sinking fastball went away from him.
Now the 0-2. He struck him out swing, change up away. Well, the Yankees tie the game on the sac fly by Hicks. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. And now at the end of 4.5 innings of play, the game tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The future's coming fast, so Spectrum's getting faster. Hey.
Salino and Barnes remind you that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Ohtani takes a strike on the outside corner. His first time up, he homered into the right field seats over the high scoreboard wall, and the 0-1 is pop foul, third base side out of play.
Salino and Barnes is one of our nation's largest personal injury firms. If you're injured, don't wait. Call 8. Call Salino and Barnes now at 800-888-8888. Offices in Manhattan and Long Island.
0-2. Swung on, a broken back ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time, and there's 1 away.
Well, you could see the speed. Remember, I was told that Ohtani is the second fastest person on this team, right behind Mike Trout. And he banged into Walker a little bit, and he was so polite, he put his hand out like, I'm sorry.
He did.
Very polite.
After he went past the bag, when they brushed, he turned around like, held his hand up, I'm sorry.
And did it again as he was, just in case he didn't see it, as he was running back to the dugout. Wow.
Now 1 away. Here is Simmons. And the pitch foul back. When you look down at your scorecard, Severino walked the first man he faced. That was Kinsler, who was gunned out trying to steal. Oh, that's the only walk. Ohtani homered. Upton singled. There was another double play. Severino deals, which is low. Now, that's why this game is so fast, because Severino doesn't allow anyone on base. 1 out. A 1-1 count on right-hand hitting Andrelton Simmons. And the ball game is tied at 1. Severino deals it outside.
Of course, Simmons, of course, grew up with Didi Gregorius. They played in youth baseball in Curacao for 10 years. Of course, Simmons is older. Didi always says he never got to play because Simmons was the shortstop.
2-1 foul back.
And then I said, well, didn't he get too old for the team? He said, yeah. And then they put Juris and Profar there. So just think of the shortstop, John, that Didi Gregorius has become. And all growing up, he was behind both Andrelton Simmons and Juris and Profar.
Well, they are all major league players, though. That says a lot for Curacao.
Sure does.
The pitch struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 5 is Severino. Well, fans, come out to Yankee Stadium Sunday, May 27th. The Yankees take on the Angels. The Yankees in Major League Baseball are celebrating Play Ball Weekend. And the first 10,000 guests, 14 and younger, will receive a Yankees arm sleeve. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Now, 2 down here is Zach Cozart. And there's a strike. So if Severino gets Cozart because of the double plays, and here's the 0-1, grounded foul, he will have pitched in 5 innings, 1 over the limit. The 1, Ohtani's home run. Kinsler walked. He was gunned down stealing. Upton single, and there was a ground ball double play. So I guess what I'm saying is Severino's pitching another beauty. Pitch is grounded in the shortstop hole. Grabbed by Didi. The long throw is in time. Great scoop by Walker. And what an arm. Didi has the best arm you'll see at shortstop. Wow, what an arm. Deep in the shortstop hole on the outfield grass. And he got enough muster to get it to first base. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels, end of 5. We're tied at 1 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
So here's a great story about a local company that I've come to love. Tate's Bake Shop in Southampton. Every homemade. I love their signature
Jeep brand lineup. Head into your local Jeep dealer today.
Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM WFAN New York.
Well, we go to the 6th inning, and Andrew Heaney is on the hill. His first pitch of the inning will be his 93rd. Here's Didi to lead it off. And so lefty to lefty, and the pitch is cut on and missed. 10 seconds, station 90 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
Pacers tie their series 121-87 over the Cavs. Raptors beat the Wizards 102-92, winning in 6. NHL opener, Jets 4, Predators 1. More later, WFAN FM, New York.
0-1. Bunted down third. Fielded by Cozart. He throws anyway. Offline. Didi beat it out easily. So Didi, a beautiful bunt down third, gives the Yankees a good start to their 6th.
Isn't he getting so proficient at that? Every time you do that, you give him a little space, and as John said, Cozart pulled over towards shortstop. Here comes Mike Scioscia, and that's going to be the end.
You know what they did? They let him pitch to the lefty.
Yep.
Now they're going to bring in a right-hander.
And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New York Johnson. You might remember him from the Baltimore Orioles. Had 2 great years. In 2012 and 13, had 51 and 50 saves, respectively. Last few years, he's been in Atlanta.
Now here's Giancarlo, and the pitch is low. I looked up Stanton's at-bats against Jim Johnson. Not very good. He's 1 for 10. The go-ahead run is Didi at first with no one out. And Johnson now deals, and the pitch is low. Johnson is a sinker-slider pitcher. He never was the prototypical closer because he didn't throw 95. He threw hard enough, though. Stanton has singled and walked. Didi at first with his bunt single. I'll give you Heaney's stats in a moment. The pitch is a high chop to short. Simmons bobbles it, fires to first, not in time. That should be an error. He was going to be able to throw him out, but he bobbled the ball, and then he fired. And Stanton can get down the line, as he showed yesterday when he legged out that slow grounder to set up the 3-run home run.
Boy, something you don't see a lot or at all. Anderson Simmons bobbling a ball, and it is an error on the shortstop, Anderson Simmons. Give you a couple of scores here. Texas beat Toronto 6-4. And Boston loses to Tampa Bay 4-3. Tampa Bay has now won 7 in a row.
Now here's Gary Sanchez with first and second and no one out. We're tied at 1, and the Yankees have obviously a great opportunity. The pitch, breaking ball, cut on and missed.
Cincinnati is leading Minnesota again. Minnesota could go to their 8th loss in a row, 11-8. They're in the top of the 8th. They're in Minnesota. Final Oakland beat Houston 8-1. 3 homers. They can hit that team. Matt Chapman, Chad Pinder, and Mark Canha have all homered.
And the 0-1 is fouled at home plate, 0-2.
White Sox leading Kansas City 6-4. They are now in the top of the 11th as the White Sox have scored 2. Matt Davidson has his 8th homer for the White Sox. Mike Moustakas also has his 8th. Cubs beat Milwaukee 3-2. Final in Washington, Arizona edged the Nats 5-4.
Here comes the 0-2. A half swing. The ball got away from Maldonado. The runners moved. The throw to second. Not in time. And the Yankees have second and third. Sanchez struck out. It was a breaking ball in the dirt. It rolled away from Maldonado. And alertly, the Yankee runners were running. So Didi's at third. Stanton at second. Stanton just beat the throw. The Yanks have second and third, 1 out. Neil Walker, who lifetime is 4 for 6 against Johnson, is the hitter. It's called a wild pitch.
Are they going to look at it? No, because I think Simmons thought that he tagged him on the head before the foot came in, but I guess they're not going to challenge it.
Now here's Neil Walker. The infield comes up for play at the plate. Second and third, 1 man out. Walker, as a right-hander, struck out and just missed a 3-run home run to left. Upton caught it with his back to the wall. Well, the Yankees need another fly ball to take the lead. The pitch cut on him. Missed. Here's a line on Heaney. It's a great line. 5 innings plus 1 batter. 1 run, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. I mean, that's sensational. Now, he is responsible for Didi. So if Didi scores, that's on Heaney. The other 2 batters. The other batter, Stanton, is the property of Johnson. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is caught by Calhoun on the top of the wall. Scoring is Didi. Stanton goes to third. Stanton left. I don't think the run's going to count. Neil Walker has missed 2 home runs by inches. Calhoun went back, caught the ball at the top or over the yellow line, threw back to second base. Stanton, I guess Stanton didn't tag. Maybe he ran. But they give the Yankees the run. I have no idea what's happening. They gave the Yankees a run. That's on the board. The Yankees are looking to see if the ball hit the back wall. Calhoun had his glove over the yellow line. There's a separation. And they take the
run away.
Now Mike Scioscia is coming out. Calhoun caught the ball over the yellow line. My question would be, did Stanton tag? I guess if he did, it's a run. The umpires are still meeting.
And meanwhile, runners are not leaving. Whoever's at third base is staying there. Take a look at this again. See if we can see this, John.
I want to see if Stanton tagged. If he tagged, the Yankees are in okay shape. He goes back to the bag. Calhoun leaps, makes the catch, and he takes off. Goes a sac fly and an RBI.
Guess what?
And the Yankees have taken the field. What would the third out be? What would the third out be?
So the runner tagged and scored before they doubled him off second base, so the run scores.
I don't get it. We'll get back to it. We have to go to the spot. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. And now at the end of 5.5 innings of play, the Yankees won and the Angels won on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network driven by Jeep. I don't get it. For more than 4 decades, Indian Point has reliably served the people of New York. About 25% of the... Well, we'll try to clear this up. The run did count. I don't know how they could call Stanton out. He tagged. Now, the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. I'll give you the stats in the inning. The discussion went on between innings. Here is Cole Calhoun. Swings and misses. Anyway, Severino and the Yanks have the 2-1 lead. Here's what happened. Cole Calhoun stole a home run away from Walker. He's had 2 near home runs tonight. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so Didi tagged from third and scored. Stanton tagged and went to third, and they threw to second saying he didn't tag. I saw him tag. Pitch is grounded foul. And you say, well, John, how did you see it? You're looking at the play in right field. I saw the replay, and he was on second base, and he tagged and went to third. So it's a double play, but the run scores. Go figure, huh? And the Yanks have a 2-1 lead. Amazing, huh? How about Neil Walker?
Neil Walker is having a nightmare tonight. 2 home runs that he just missed, and he actually was squatting at first base like he couldn't believe it. He just bent down and couldn't believe it. That's 2.
Well, that is some kind of a double play anyway. 2-1. The Yankees lead. Calhoun is called out looking. I swear to you that on the replay I saw Stanton tag. Did he leave too early? Maybe that's what it was. But Calhoun stole a home run away from Walker. Upton, the last time Walker was up before that, went back to the left field fence to catch his drive. What a terrible night for Neil Walker. But he gets an RBI. It's a sac fly to drive in the go-ahead run.
Now, we have a different feed than do our radio compadres for the Angels, and they say on their screen, they did a split screen, and he left too early.
Oh, okay. Now, I know he tagged, so if he left too early, it must have been a step. But I'd have to see it again to believe it. I don't believe people. The pitch is hit high in the air by Maldonado down the right field line. Judge to the line, makes a catch right next to the line, and there are 2A.
Speed Report is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight partner of the Yankees radio network and official freight carrier of Major League Baseball. Learn more at odfl.com. Ian Kinsler caught stealing in the first inning.
I just saw it again, and I swear to you that Stanton tagged. No, the only difference is the Yankees would have had a runner on third with 2 out rather than the double play ending the inning. 2-way, and here is Kinsler, and he takes a pitch inside 1-0. Boy, if he left too soon, it was by a fraction of an inch. I don't know if I believe it. But for Calhoun, he stole a home run. His glove was over. There is a separation of the 2 walls. Strike, there has to be, and his glove went over the yellow barrier to steal a home run. That was some catch by Calhoun. So the Yankee lead 2-1. That's Heaney's run. Kinsler takes a strike. Let's look at Severino. Do you know, Susan, look at the board. He has thrown 68 pitches.
Tremendous. Made 1 mistake. Scoreboard update brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai vehicle today.
1-2 is grounded to short. Didi to field and throw in time. Susan will have the scoreboard for you in the top of the 7th inning. So in the inning, 3 up and 3 down, and at the end of 6 innings of play, 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep. Look who's batting cleanup for the Yanks. They're hitting the streets, serving the greatest sport.
Ling Ling, authentic Asian flavor. Expertly crafted appetizers and on the show.
1019 FM WFAN New York.
Well, here are the totals in the top of the 6th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, the bunt single by Didi, and then the error, then the wild pitch, and then the Calhoun fly ball. Now, they say that Stanton left before the ball was caught. But boy, it didn't look good to me. And I'm not talking about looking at it live. I'm looking at the replay. Calhoun jumped over the fence. The ball hit his glove. Now, once the ball touches the glove, you can run. Even if he catches it and bobbles it, you can run all around the bases. So the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. That's the way to come out of it. Severino is pitching as great as he's pitched. And we go to the 7th inning.
And as you just said to me, if you look at it, we got there in a bunt and a wild pitch, and Simmons making a mistake that he never does.
Well, look how close Neil Walker is.
Oh, I mean, this is a nightmare for him. The new pitcher is Cam Bedrosian. 11 2/3 innings, 13 hits, 4 walks. And an ERA of, where'd it go? I lost it. 3.65.
Here is Andujar to lead it off against Bedrosian. And there's a slider strike. Bedrosian, of course, the son of the former great Braves reliever, Steve Bedrosian, from Methuen, Mass. I will have you know.
Methuen?
It'll be an 0-1 to Andujar. And the pitch swung on. A fly ball to left. Upton in to make the catch, one away.
I got so discombobulated I gave no scores. But I'll give a couple of scores. Mets are leading San Diego 4-0. They're in the top of the 7th. Asdrubal Cabrera 3-run homer. And in the American League, Texas beat Toronto 6-4, and Tampa Bay now has won 7 in a row, and they beat Boston 4-3.
Here's Gleyber Torres with 1 out, no one on. Gleyber is 0 for 2. Robbed of a hit by Calhoun's great catch in right, and the pitch is low. The in-game box score brought to you by RSM, the official audit, tax, and consulting firm of the Yankees radio network. For the Yanks, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the Angels, 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. And Torres hits a high pop to shallow center. Trout in, and he makes the catch as Kinsler at the last moment got out of the way. So there are 2 down. And with 2 down, here is Torres. When Torres plays, he gets a hit, and he got a hit tonight. he's 1 for 2. Would you look at Torres' batting average? It's .421. He's 16 for 38. Pitch. Caught on a miss on a slider, and the count 0-1.
That's 100 points higher than last year when he played every day because Didi was out. Remember, Didi would go back to like May 1st?
Yeah.
He was played 3-something. Now he's hitting 4-something.
The Angels, the Yankees felt they had a case, and they do. Pitch is low. Now, let me tell you what the Angels' case was. When Calhoun threw into second, hoping that Stanton had left early, how could they know it? Did Simmons hit second base before Didi scored? They said no, and that's why the run was allowed, and the Yanks have a 2-1 lead. Now, poor Neil Walker, he finally gets a chance to play, and he's robbed of a couple of homers. It'll be a 1-1. Swung on and hit down the right field line. Calhoun crosses the line, makes the catch right in the corner. And by the way, right near the foul pole. But Calhoun made the catch, foul territory. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Yanks. And at the end of 6.5, 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN radio network, driven by Jeep.
It's the 7th inning stretch. Are you feeling lucky? Come win big at Empire City Casino. Empire City Casino, game on.
Severino deals a breaking ball strike to Mike Trout. And we're underway, bottom of the 7th. 2-1 Yankees, 3 infielders on the left side, and the pitch is in the dirt. And the count 1-1. 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
Pacers wiped out the Cavs, force a Game 7. Raptors eliminate the Wizards in the 6th. More after the game with John Jastrzemski on WFAN and WFAN FM New York.
John Sterling, Susan Waldman at the Big A. 2-1 Yanks, bottom of the 7th. 1-1 coming to Trout, who fouls it first base side out of play. Severino is pitching a 2-hitter. Ohtani homered in the 2nd inning for the Angel run. Upton singled in the fourth. Upton was erased on a double play. Severino was walked one man, Kinsler, and he was erased by Gary Sanchez trying to steal. The pitch swung on and lined to left center. There's a base hit. Cutting it off toward left center is Hicks. Trout is on. There's the tying run. Severino has thrown only 73 pitches. So pitch count wise, he's in great shape. There's Trout. He's the tying run. And here is Justin Upton. Severino deals. There's a strike. The Power Report brought to you by Indian Point Energy Center, the region's most reliable source of electric power. Well, the power on the Angels, one of their two hits, a home run by Shohei Ohtani. Throw to first. Trout is back. Trout has stolen 5 out of 5. That's a tying run, so he may go. For the Yankees, they've had 2 sac flies, one by Hicks and one by Walker. Walker pitch. Half swing and a slider. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire Bill Miller. He went. So the count 1-1. And of course Walker's sac fly, where the controversy occurred, had a 3-run home run stolen by Cole Calhoun. So it'll be a 1-1 to Upton. And Severino holds a set and deals foul back. And that's the Power Report brought to you by Indian Point Energy Center. The next 2 games here are an hour earlier Saturday and then another hour earlier on Sunday. So tomorrow, thank you, Jack. We're on the air at 8:25, play-by-play at 9:05. On Sunday, we're on the air at 7:25, play-by-play at 8:05.
And then what time Monday in Houston?
And then we fly to Houston. Another one of those 4 in the morning jobs. Now it'll be a 1-2 to Upton. And the pitch is grounded foul off third. This is a big inning for Severino now. He has the very speedy runner at first, Mike Trout. And then he has Upton, Pujols, and Ohtani. Now, rookie right-hander Justin Anderson is in the Angels bullpen. Yankee bullpen very quiet. Severino's been just unbelievable. Well, here's the 1-2 inside. And count 2-2. Now the throw to first base. Trout's back. Upton hits a fly ball to right, not deep. Judge coming on to make the catch. And there's one away. Well, you know, My Fair Lady is back on Broadway. Susan told me the reviews have been great. And there's a song in there, one of the many great songs, With a Little Bit of Luck. And boy, with a little bit of luck, Neil Walker, he could have been on the Susan Star of the Game.
He might be anyway if they win. I mean, what a night. You know, it's one of those nights he's trying so hard. You know he's a really good hitter. Just hasn't been able to get, as Aaron Boone would say, any traction. You know, he had basically all those 2 home runs.
Upton caught one with his back to the wall. The other one was a robbery. Cole Calhoun jumped over the yellow line. Pitch is low. That does make a difference. And now that I've been exposed to, on TV you think it's just a yellow line, but they actually reset the fence a little bit in, so there's a separation, but which, by the way, allowed Calhoun to jump over the wall. Imagine if it hit the back wall, you wouldn't know. So Walker really got robbed. It'll be a 1-0 to Pujols. If you get a ground ball, it's 2. Severino deals, and the pitch is low, and the count 2-0.
Well, if it hits the back wall, it has to bounce back.
Oh, if it hits the back wall, it's a home run, no question. I'm just saying there'd be an argument, that's all. The 2-0, there's a breaking ball strike, 2-1. Severino throwing nothing but strikes. He actually walked the first man of the game, Kinsler, and he hasn't walked anyone since. Now the 2-1, hit on the ground, base hit, center field. Trout goes to second. He'll hold on. Now Pujols, a hard base hit up the middle, first and second, 1 out. And here is Ohtani.
Breaking
Except
pitch.
it won't be Ohtani. Oh, yes, it will.
Breaking pitch stayed right in the middle of the plate. And here comes Larry Rothschild. And this consultation at the mound is brought to you by Salino and Barnes. Call them today for a free consultation at 800-888-8888.
Now, we have a question. What happened to Ohtani? That's Luis Valbuena, the only lefty hitter on the bench. Now, what do you think could have happened?
Maybe his blister opened up? I don't know. We'll have to... I don't know.
So, Ohtani is lifted for the veteran Luis Valbuena. Valbuena, first baseman, third baseman, left-hand hitter, a low average hitter with a lot of power. He has hit 20 or more home runs several times in his career. Now the tying runs at second, the go-ahead run at first. And here is Valbuena.
Good question.
To hit for Ohtani, and I have no idea why. Runners lead. Severino bluffs toward second. Valbuena hitting .234. There's a strike. With 3 homers and 8 RBIs. Been up 80 times.
What an odd game.
Well,
odd
this
things
really
going
is.
on. I have no idea.
Well, he must have gotten hurt. I mean, he wouldn't take him out. First and second, 1 out. 0-1 to Valbuena, and the pitch is low, and the count 1-1. You know, you ever have a thing where you don't believe your eyes? Now, I knew that wasn't Ohtani, but I'm wondering, why would Ohtani not be up? Isn't that odd? Well, we'll find out eventually. Susan will certainly have it on the clubhouse. Here is the 1-1. Caught on and foul tip. And the count 1-2.
When this inning is over, I'll knock on the window next door, see what the Angels radio guys, Terry Smith and Mark Langston, have to say. Because this is really odd, because he just missed that slider by about 2 feet.
That'll be a 1-2.
What else can happen in this game? And just think it's only 2-1.
And the pitch is foul back. Andrelton Simmons, a right-hand hitter, is next. Angels have the tying run, Trout at second. The go-ahead run, Pujols at first. Now here's the 1-2. Struck him out swinging. He threw a slider down. By the way, his slider is pretty hard. That's 90 miles an hour. So there are 2-away. Now here is Simmons.
And if you're wondering, there is not a soul stirring in the Yankee bullpen. So, if you think, well, Larry came out to garner some time for the bullpen. Nope, no one's moved. A little bit of trust for Severino, huh?
Subby has now thrown 88 pitches. Well, here is Simmons, a tall, rangy right-hand hitter who is 0 for 2 on the night. Base hit will tie it. Runners lead first and second with 2 out. The pitch gets through Sanchez, and the runners move to second and third. Now, a base hit would give the Angels a lead. It hit the dirt right in front of the mitt.
So, wild pitch there.
So, with runners at second and third, I guess, to this point, the biggest batter in the game, pitch. Swung on in line. There's a base hit to right field down the line. 2 runs will score easily. Simmons goes to second with a double. He rounds second, heads toward third. He's there with a triple. Andrelton Simmons hit a triple down the right field line, knocking in 2, and the Angels have a 3-2 lead.
No doubt about that. That ball tailed back over the middle of the plate, and he just went right with it down the right field line. That was a shot. Got there in a hurry. Ball bounced away from Judge. Hit the bottom of the wall and bounced away from him, and Simmons never slowed down. Runners in scoring position. Andrelton Simmons is 10 for 24. That's 417.
Zach Cozart takes a pitch for a strike on the outside corner. And the count 0-1. He got a pitch to hit and didn't miss it. Hit it hard, going down the right field line. A right-hand hitter. Judge was over in right center. A 2-run triple for Simmons. Pitch is low. This is a big batter, too. With the runner at third, the Angels could take a 2-run lead.
And Jonathan Holder warming up in the pen.
It'll be a 1-1 to Cozart. He's a right-hand hitter. And the pitch is grounded foul outside of third. And the count 1-2. Now here's the 1-2. Sliders outside 2-2.
Cozart started off very well this season and has been in a terrible slump in the last couple of weeks.
Pitch foul back. 2-2 on Cozart.
On Wednesday, he did get a hit, but that snapped an 0 for 17 stretch, so he went through a really bad stretch there.
Here's the 2-2 to Cozart. Breaking ball, strike 3. It wasn't as slow as that. You have to just wait for Alan Porter to make the call. However, the Angels take the lead. 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. And now at the end of 7 innings of play, 3-2 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Spring is here, and your
savings with an Intel.
Well, here's a rookie right-hander, Justin Anderson, to come in. Bedrosian goes a perfect inning. Cam would be the winner. The score holds 3-2 Angels. Top of the 8th, Aaron Hicks would lead it off.
And Anderson just came up a couple of days ago, and he actually started in Mobile. So he has moved up really, really quickly. And Ohtani, did you give the news on Ohtani?
No.
He has a mild left ankle sprain day to day. Remember he went down and collided a little bit with Walker? I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
Aaron Hicks takes a breaking ball inside. Anderson just been recalled. He's been in a couple of games. The Yankees obviously have never seen him. Maybe they have a book on him. He's only pitched an inning and 2/3 in the majors. 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. I don't know what those numbers mean. The pitch to Hicks is a breaking ball low. They play Hicks in left center. I'll tell you what I thought of, Susan, and I know you'll agree with me. Trout is playing probably 8 steps over in left center for Hicks, even against the right-hand pitcher, and the count 2-0. Now Anderson holds the set, and the 2-0. There's a strike. What I was going to say, Susan, is that, and we know this isn't just recent, this is over the years, Yanks have a tough time in this ballpark.
Yes, we've seen
They
it.
have lost the most gut-wrenching games.
And always the rally monkey up on the screen, so that they're always behind the Angels and then they come back. We've watched this for years.
The 2-1 to Hicks. That was strike. The count 2-2.
Justin Anderson, 25 years old, from Houston, Texas. Drafted in 2014 out of the University of Texas at San Antonio. Made his major league debut in Houston, his hometown. Kind of cool.
Here is the 2-2. Just outside, 3-2. That fastball was 87. That is two-seamer. That ball is supposed to go down and move. And maybe that's why, because he throws a lot of two-seamers, why Trout is playing in left center. Because the ball moves away from a left-hand hitter, and you should go with it. So it'll be a 3-2 to Hicks leading off the 8th. And here's the payoff. Low inside, ball 4. So the Yanks have a speedy man at first in Aaron Hicks, the tying run. And they have a big-time hitter up in Aaron Judge.
And that four-seamer that he just threw was 97 miles an hour. That's why I had looked, because he was throwing sinker, sinker, sinker. And then he throws, and I know he has a big-time arm, Justin Anderson, 97 miles an hour, but way out of the zone.
Now here's Judge. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And the breaking ball's low, 1-0. Now Maldonado will take a visit. The Angel catcher out to the mound.
Well, obviously that wasn't what he wanted to throw, because he was crossed up. So he's going to discuss what this is.
Angels have a 3-2 lead as we play in the top of the 8th. Hicks on a walk. Just a second walk given up by Angel pitching. Here's the 1-0 to Judge. Cut on a miss. Slider down and away. And the count 1-1.
You know, John, they must think he has much more control when he takes something off that fastball, because this is what I had heard. He's got a big-time arm, throws 95 to 97. But he's getting a swing and miss on sliders. Change-up.
There's the 1-1. Cut on. Now the breaking ball. And count 1-2.
Now the slider, 86 miles an hour.
Now the 1-2. Another slider, but it missed outside. 2-2. Didi is on deck. Yankees are trailing 3-2 to the Angels here in the 8th. And if you followed the Yankees in Anaheim over the years, it's every game. They're all crazy games. Close.
Yep.
And crazy.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2 to Judge. Grounded to third foul.
And they're all strange things, John. So somebody takes a bad bounce or a ball hits off the wall and goes away from the outfielder, or somebody slides the bag and is out. The oddest games over the last
so many years now.
2 years, 30. We've been doing this 30 years. This is a house of horrors in this place.
Now be a 2-2 to Judge. And Hicks leads off first, no one out. And the 2-2 is low. You have to wait on Porter. So the count 3-2. Well, okay, everybody manage. Do you run Hicks? Ground ball, you stay out of the double play. Strike out, it could be a strike him out, throw him out double play with the big hitters coming up. No, everyone can manage. It'll be a 3-2 to Judge. And the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Pitch was up. You know, on the board, isn't it funny? They called it a change. Well, that's a terrible change. It was way up, and Judge missed it. So Hicks was not going, and that's a really good thing.
And it was not a good pitch, but he was fooled by the change of speed. It stayed up, so it looked like he probably thought it was a high fastball.
So that's 4 strikeouts and 4 at-bats for Judge. Here's Didi.
Tough night for Judge.
Didi is 2 for 3. He had a double, and he had that bunt single that led to what was then the go-ahead run on that crazy play when Calhoun robbed Walker of a home run. Pitch is high. And the count 1-0. A high fly to shallow right. The second baseman Kinsler is out to make the catch. 2-away. So 2 down, and that will bring up Giancarlo.
Oh boy, Didi knew as soon as he just sort of put his bat on his shoulder and dropped it as he saw where he hit that ball. He just got it off the end of the bat, very frustrated with himself.
There's a breaking ball strike. Mike Trout playing center field for the Angels. Now this is true of Upton in left, Trout in center, and Calhoun in right. They are as deep as it's almost humanly possible to be. They're all within a few steps of the warning track. And there's the 0-1. Swung on, and there it goes. Deep left center. It is high. It is far. It is caught at the wall by Upton. The balls are dying in that area. That's the same place that Walker hit his ball. Didn't you think that was out when he hit it? My goodness. Anyway, it was caught by Upton at the wall. Ball must be dying in that area of the ballpark. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Now at the end of 7.5, it's 3-2 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep. RWJ Barnabas Health, New Jersey's largest hospital and healthcare system.
Today's game attendance is brought to you by Columbia Bank, serving New Jersey for 90 years. Today's attendance, 40,416. John just went to the next door booth where Mark Langston and Terry Smith are, and they told you what, that the balls die out there in April?
They said in April the balls just die. And I said, well, you mean in left center? He said, no, all over the ballpark. He said the Angels hit them and they die. And that ball was out. I mean, I'm sorry, you can't hit it harder. And it died. That's 2 or 3 balls tonight that should have been out. Well, 3 balls for the Yankees.
That was amazing. I don't know. I can't hit it.
Jonathan Holder is the new pitcher for the Yanks. Severino goes 7. And Holder deals to Calhoun high outside. Angels have a 3-2 lead. I guess that's the only explanation, that it's not summer. And when it becomes summer, those 3 balls would be out. That isn't a lot of solace for the Yankees because they don't come back here unless they play them in the playoffs. Here's the 1-0. The pitch is outside. 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network.
WFAN FM New York.
The 2-0 is a strike. Two-one. Swung on, hit in the air to left. Back goes Stanton on the track, makes the catch about a step from the wall. Like watching the same movie. Stanton went back about a step from the 390, just past the bullpens in left center, 1 away.
What a nutty night.
But here's the line about Severino, who frankly deserves a better fate. But anyway, he keeps pitching like this. The Yankees will be in great shape. Here's Maldonado, Martin Maldonado, the righty hitting catcher. Severino goes 7 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Maldonado 0 for 2. He fouls it back. If you look ahead of the 9th inning, the Yankees have Sanchez, Walker, and Andujar. We are coming to you live from the Sunoco broadcast booth. Sunoco, a proud partner of the Yankees radio network. Fastball high and tight knocks Maldonado down. Well, the count 1-1. Now, Holder's 1-1. Breaking ball low, 2-1. Maldonado takes a pitch outside. 3-1.
Yankees manager Aaron Boone will be available post-game at Angels' third floor press conference room. That is the press conference room located behind the broadcast level. Again, Yankees manager Aaron Boone available post-game.
Now Holder's 3-1. Foul back, 3-2. By the way, one thing we didn't note, when Pujols got that hit, a hard single to center, that was 2009-95. He's 5 away. And the reason I mention it is because I'm looking straight ahead at the top of the stands in the deepest part of right center, and they have a sign up there, 2995. So they obviously changing it.
Oh, there it is.
3-2 coming to Maldonado. 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Angels. Pitch hit in the air down the left field line. On the run, Stanton makes a great running catch. Giancarlo flashing leather tonight. That's the second terrific catch he's made.
A lot of room out there, and he's playing it different. Remember, it didn't look so good when he was at Fenway Park with that side wall right there. A lot of room here, so he's not afraid of, running into the wall, and looks a lot more at ease.
Oh, 2 down, and here is Kinsler. And he fouls it back. So the count 0-1.
Doesn't he look a lot more at ease to you in left field? Yeah.
He's doing a pretty good job because he's shifting at 2 different spots and doesn't play the outfield every day. Also DHs. But he's doing a very good job, I think. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground. Backhand stop. Torres to his feet. Throws in time. Another terrific scoop by Walker. Well, the Yankees really helped out Holder in that inning. Torres made a backhand pick on the backhand. That's why it would be a backhand pick, John. And then he threw, and Walker made the scoop. So, 1, 2, 3 go the Angels. Keenan Middleton, the closer, will come on. A right-hander throws hard for the Angels. And we go to the 9th inning at the end of 8. 3-2 Angels on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The Southwest is at Wendy's with 2 bold choices. The Southwest.
Are you ready for what's next? Spectrum. Think forward. To learn.
Well, the new pitcher is their closer, a youngster, 24-year-old Keenan Middleton, and he was a 2-sport star at Lane Community College in Oregon. He was a basketball player, and he only went to Lane because they allowed him to play basketball and play baseball. And he could have been a Division I basketball player, but decided he wanted to play baseball, thought he'd be better at it, make a better living.
Now here's Gary Sanchez to lead it up. Yankees trailing 3-2 in the 9th. And Middleton deals. And there is a strike. Slider strike in the count 0-1.
He throws very hard when he wants to. He's got high 90s fastball. We don't know what he's doing now, but he's also got bright red hair. That's sort of purple hair. Kind of interesting.
That'll be an 0-1 to Sanchez. Sanchez, Walker, and Duhar, the first 3 hitters due against Middleton. Pitch low. The Yankees have 1 batter on the bench that they would use in the right kind of situation, Brett Gardner. That's it. Now the Yankees bat here in the 9th inning, trailing 3-2. Sanchez 0 for 3 on the night. And the pitch is a fastball strike. And the count 1-2. Following the game, stay tuned for the Agera Energy Yankees postgame show. Agera Energy. Energy to power your world. Visit agerafan.com for a hassle-free quote. Now Middleton will deal 1-2. Way high. Threw the fastball there. 96, but overthrew it. And the count 2-2.
One of the things he did over the winter, put some muscle on, which gets that he added supposedly 2 to 3 miles an hour on his fastball.
Now here's the 2-2. Laid off. Did he go? No. First base umpire Bill Miller said no swing. So the count 3-2. Now here's a big pitch coming up. Ball 4, and the Yankees would have the tying run on. The hard luck kid, Neil Walker, is on deck. And here's the payoff. Grounded foul. It was a breaking ball. Grounded foul off third. Now Sanchez 1 foot out of the batter's box. Now climbs back in. And Middleton will deal 3-2. Pitch. High, ball 4. So Sanchez is on with a tying run. Now, ordinarily, you could run Gardner for him, but they have to keep Gardner to pinch hit if they need him. Now, here's Neil Walker, and we call him the hard luck kid. Tonight, he hit a ball that looked out that Justin caught with his back to the wall and left. Then he hit a ball that was out over the yellow line. Cole Calhoun jumped over the fence and made the catch. So close but no cigar, huh? Now here's Walker. He's a better lefty hitter than righty hitter. Has a lot more power lefty. Sanchez, the tying run. Pujols plays behind him. And Middleton deals. There's a strike. That fastball in the outside corner. Now here's the 0-1. It's pop foul third base side, and it is going to make the seats. No, the count 0-2 on Walker. Walker 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Angels have a 3-2 lead. We're in the top of the ninth. There's no one out. Sanchez, the tying run, is at first. Now here's the 0-2. Struck him out swinging, one away.
Boy, change up right there. Wasn't looking for that. Really fooled on that change of speed.
Now here's Miguel Andujar, 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Pitch. There's a strike. Andujar is 1 for 3 on the night. And the pitch fouled down the right. You know, here's a great illustration of why, you know, as they say in cliche circles, the most important pitch is strike one. Once you get strike one, in the next pitch, if the hitter doesn't swing and it's close, it may be 0-2. And he's been 0-2 on the last 2 hitters. He walked Sanchez, but he's thrown strike one to Walker, strike one to Andujar, and then was ahead 0-2 on both. And the hitter's in the hole. And the 0-2 Line like a bullet. Base it over third. Down the left field line. Rolling to the left field corner. Can Sanchez score? The ball is picked up in left field, and they're going to hold him.
Good call.
Upton got the ball right in the corner, and the Yankees held him. They were right to do it. Second and third, and one man out. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. And here is Gleyber Torres.
And a real good call by Phil Nevin there, because it looked like he looked at Upton. He was bobbling the ball. It was running around in the corner, that ball. And then all of a sudden you see the throw in, and he would have been a dead duck at home plate.
One thing, without going too gaga, although Susan and I both have that in our system, we're both passionate or emotional, but Miguel Andujar can really hit. I mean, okay, can you get him out? Of course, you can get every hitter out. But boy, if you make a mistake, can he hit it? Now the Angels bring the infield in. Look at this. Normally you never, they're going to walk Torres. So they walk him. Torres has been called back. I gather they would bring up Gardner. Bases loaded, one out. One advantage in bringing up Gardner, even if there's a ground ball, he can beat the Rap at first, so the tying run would score. So the Yankees, quote-unquote, only bench player, Brett Gardner, comes up with the bases loaded, one out on the intentional walk to Gleyber Torres.
And as soon as Gleyber Torres trotted down to first base, Aroldis Chapman got up.
Maldonado is on the hill with another official visit. Sanchez is the tying run at third, and Duhar the go-ahead run at second.
All right, you got two people in the bullpen, David Robertson and Aroldis Chapman. Robertson if they tie, I'm sure, or Chapman if they take the lead.
Now here's Gardner to pinch hit with the bases loaded and one out. Now the infield at second and short moves back. They're halfway. They're in at the corners, halfway at second and short. And Middleton is ready to go. The pitch. Low inside. Good save by Maldonado. Right under the feet of Gardner.
Really blocked that beautifully. Looking at it again, he's sitting on the outside part of the plate, and it went in, and he picked it up right as it hit the ground.
And there'll be a 1-0. There's a strike. Now, the way I figure it, if the Yankees tie the game, they'll have to use Andujar to play third. Unless they want to bring Roman on the bench. They play Andujar at third, they lose the DH. Now, first of all, they have to tie the game. That's the first thing. 1-1 to Gardner. Bases loaded, one out, top of the ninth. 3-2 Angels. And the 1-1. Swung on, a fly ball to left. That should get the run in. Upton makes the catch. Here comes Sanchez. The throw comes to third. It's a tie game. A sac fly and an RBI for Brett Gardner. And the game is tied at 3.
I always think guys that have sat on the bench for 9 innings, how hard is that? Aaron Boone talking to Brett Gardner right there in the dugout. We're watching him. But how hard is that, John? You're sitting on the bench for all 9 innings and come in and trying to face, a closer, a guy who's throwing 95 miles an hour. What a job he did.
Now here's Aaron Hicks with 2 on and 2 out. So if Andujar goes to third, now that the game is tied, the Yankees lose the DH. And except when Roman would come off to hit for the pitcher, the pitcher would have to hit all the time. Now here is Hicks with Andujar at second, Torres at first, 2 out. Pitch. Cut on a miss, and the count 0-1.
Nice slider, big swing by Hicks.
Hicks is 0 for 2 with a sac fly and a walk. Now the 0-1 way inside, and the count 1-1. So the Yankees tied on a walk to Sanchez and the big hit, the double by Andujar. They walked Gleyber Torres intentionally, and Gardner came off the bench, hit the sac fly, and that's where we are. 2 on, 2 out. Tie game at 3 in the 9th. 1-1 to Hicks. And the right-hander deals, swung on and grounded to second. Kinsler throws to first to end the inning. Well, the Yankees tie it. 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 left. And now at the end of 8.5 innings of play, we're tied at 3 on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Owning an Audi presents some challenges, such as the uncontrollable urge to always be driving it. Like when you're...
Well, just like we expected, there were almost no other moves he could make. Andujar is playing third, and that means David Robertson and all the pitchers will bat 9th. Now, let's say it goes to the 10th or 11th, and you have this great situation to score, then you could use Roman. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Now, Hicks made the last out, so in the 10th inning, if you get to the pitcher, you're in good shape.
Right, exactly. That means you get through Judge, Didi, Stanton, Sanchez, Walker, Andujar, and Torres before you get to the 9 spot.
Well, here is Mike Trout to lead it off. David Robertson has come on. Holder went an inning, 3 up, 3 down. The game tied at 3, and Robertson deals. And there's a breaking ball strike. 0-1. That'll be an 0-1. Breaking ball low, 1-1. The Yankees 3 runs on 6 hits. And the Angels 3 runs on 5 hits.
Blake Parker is out there in the Angels pen warming up, so he'd come in the next inning. He did a nice job for them last year. Ex-Yankee, he was a Yankee for a while.
There's the 1-1. Cut on him, missed 1 and 2. This is a very tough inning for Robertson and the Yankees. Trout, Upton, and Pujols. Here's David's 1-2. Pitch low, 2-2. Game tied at 3, bottom of the 9th. Now here's Robertson's 2-2. Struck him out swinging, breaking ball. And by the way, if I figured it correctly, he never threw him a fastball, which I could understand.
You know what, John? That breaking pitch, they called that a slider on the board. That is so good. He missed that by 1.5 feet. Swung right over it. The break was so great. The great thing about David Robertson, if you watch him, the arm speed is the same with no matter what he throws.
Now 1 away. Here's Justin Upton, another guy who can end the game. A home run hitter, right-hand hitter. Pitch is low. And another guy who's a fairly good home run hitter, Albert Pujols, on deck.
Justin Upton had a very busy night in left field.
His back has been against the wall a lot.
That's right.
Now the 1-0. A mile-high pop off third foul. And Duhar near the Angel dugout makes the catch. And they're a 2-way.
He just dropped enough that he got underneath it and just popped it straight up in the air.
Susan, isn't it interesting? We're not out of April, and Duhar and Torres have become big parts of the team.
Absolutely. And I don't think anybody thought, you always knew they were going to be here. Everybody said eventually. Who knew that they'd be part of the law firm this soon?
They really are. Here is Pujols with 2 outs. The old Yankee, Blake Parker, in the Angel bullpen, pitch inside 1-0. Pujols 1 for 3. This is a big out for every reason you can give in trying to win the ball game. Pitch to Pujols. His foul first base side out of play. Because if Robertson gets out of the inning, whether he gets Pujols or not, but gets out of the inning, the Yankees will then have their big guys coming up. They'll have Judge, Didi, and Stanton against the ex-Yank Blake Parker in the 10th. There's the 1-1. And the pitch low. The count 2-1. 10-second station ID. Now the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
WFAN FM New York.
John Sterling, Susan Waldman at the Big A. Bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, no one on. Game tied at 3. The 2-1 to Pujols is grounded to third. And Duhar fields, fires, and we go to the 10th inning. In the inning, 3 up and 3 down, end of 9. We're tied at 3 on the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network, driven by Jeep.
If you've been injured, call Salino and Barnes, 800-888-88.
And here we go, top of the 10th inning, and Blake Parker on the mound for the Angels. And he did very well as a closer last year, came in and did very well. This year, a little different. 12 innings, he's given up 14 hits in 12 innings, 6 earned runs. He's given up a couple of home runs. That's been a problem. 5 walks and 10 strikeouts. Batters hitting .292 off of Blake Parker. He's now 32 years old. Came over here, had a really good year. And this year, things aren't quite as sharp quite yet.
Well, here's Aaron Judge, who has had a very tough night. 4 straight strikeouts. And the Angels have used Heaney for 5 innings. And then Johnson, Bedrosian, and the pitch is high. Anderson and Middleton have all pitched 1 inning. So here's the 5th relief pitcher. 1 inning at a time, and the count 1-0 on Judge.
Now you've got to be careful. They've logged a lot of innings already, this bullpen.
Here's the 1-0. And the pitch low. And the count 2-0. So Judge is in a very good hitting spot. Ahead 2-0. You know Parker wants to throw a strike. He doesn't want to walk the leadoff hitter. And he also doesn't want to get the ball too near Judge's bat. So, and there's the 2-0. Swung on a high fly to shallow right. Calhoun coming toward the line. Coming in, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
On a 92-mile-an-hour 4-seamer, and he was high. You know, he's a fly ball pitcher, is Blake Parker, and he that's what happens to fly ball pitchers. They get the ball. If they hit it in the right spot, they'll just pop it straight up in the air. Tough night for Aaron Judge. The Angels' bullpen is 4th in the league, 3.25 ERA. Their starters, their ERA is way up. It's 11th in the league.
Well, here's Didi with 1 out. And Parker deals outside 1-0. Now the 1-0 cut on him. You know, one thing that I've noticed, I wonder if you've noticed it, they haven't shifted a lot.
No, they really haven't.
You know, normally you see teams shift on the Yanks all the time. You know, lefty, righty, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Angels haven't done a lot of it tonight. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and driven to deep right field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Over the high scoreboard wall. Yes, indeedy. Didi Gregorius makes Yankee fans euphorious. He hits his 10th home run to tie him with Mike Trout for the league lead, and the Yankees take a 4-3 lead.
Well, there was no question about that one. Cole Calhoun, you're not that tall. You couldn't do that. You couldn't steal that. And jumping up and down, Gleyber Torres is absolutely jumping up and down in the dugout when they came in, and now they're pounding Didi.
Wow.
Whoa.
He has had some April, huh?
Wow.
Here is Giancarlo. And the pitch is high, 1-0.
And that was the first home run of the game, John, as you know. And as you also know, it is sponsored by Kia. At Kia, we're bringing meaning back to value. Visit your local Kia dealer to learn more. Did you see that? Didi took a curtain call. We're in Anaheim. They were yelling for him to come out.
Yeah,
he did.
All the people behind the Yankee dugout first base side. Pitch. Line foul. Phil Niven, the Yankee third base coach, plays about a half mile behind the coaching box when Stanton is up, and that line drive came right at him. And by the way, you know, you said this is the first home run of the night. I thought there were going to be 3 or 4 more.
I know you did.
Now the Yankees have a 4-3 lead, and the 1-1 to Giancarlo. Cut on him. That's an amazing sight. When Susan pointed at it, I looked behind the dugout, everyone was standing.
Do you know what? The last time a Yankee got a curtain call in this park was when Don Mattingly got his 2000th hit right here, and they were all screaming for him, and he did come out and give a curtain call.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball is low. 2-2.
That's a long time ago, John.
That is a long time ago.
Gee whiz.
Well, since he retired in 95, 23 years ago.
Boy. Now here come the Let's Go Yankee chants all over this park.
There'll be a 2-2 to Giancarlo. The pitch. Struck him out swinging, breaking ball, 2-away. Chapman is up. He's up and throwing in the bullpen. To it, here's Gary Sanchez.
You know, with all the awful things that have happened to this team over the years, wouldn't it be something if they won this game? Chapman comes in and...
They got a chance. For Didi, that was his 10th home run and his 30th RBI. Hey, this is just April.
Wow. Early MVP chants from coming 3,000 miles away from Yankee Stadium.
The pitch to Sanchez is low. You know, it sounds ridiculous because it's April 26th or whatever the date is. You know, the Knicks opened up and they were great at home. They had a lot of home games, and Porzingis was great, and they were chanting MVP in, you know, October 18th or so.
Well, they had a good October.
Well, that's the passion of the fans. That's great. Now here's the 1-0 to Sanchez. God, on a miss another breaking ball. Now, if you want to look ahead to the bottom of the 10th inning, the Angels will send up Valbuena, but I think that they'll pinch it for Valbuena with Chris Young or Jeffrey Marte, the 2 right-hand hitters. Now, then Simmons and Cozart. Now here's the 1-1 to Gary. Hit on the ground at third. And Cozart throws across to end the inning. But on a home run by Didi over the high scoreboard wall into the crowd, the Yankees take the lead. 1 run, 1 hit, no one left. And at the end of 9.5 innings to play, 4-3 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
And with legendary appliance innovators Sub-Zero and Wolf, family owned and built.
To the bottom of the 10th, a save situation for Aroldis Chapman. David Robertson is the pitcher of record. He went an inning, 3 up, 3 down. He would get the win, and Chappie would get the save if the Yankees wind up winning the ball game. Oh, yeah, it's contingent on that. Workman Circle Multicare Center, a subacute rehab facility, sponsors this Yankee save opportunity. For quality care close to home, choose Workman Circle Multicare Center. And one thing, I know Susan joins me in this, I want to thank all of you for staying up so late. It is 1:12 back home, 1:13. And the Yankees are 3 outs away. They will send up a righty to hit for Valbuena. And it's Jeffrey Marte. He doesn't play much, but we've seen him the past few years. He looks like a very good hitter to me. So Jeffrey Marte comes up. And he's a right-hand hitter with power. Aroldis Chapman is in to try to get the save. Yanks have a 4-3 lead. And his first pitch is foul back. Let's look at the stats on Marte. Good stats. He's 14 for 37 with a homer, 5 RBIs. That's .378. That's pretty good. After Marte, 2 more right-hand hitters, Simmons and Cozart. Because this team doesn't have many lefty hitters. Calhoun, Ohtani, Valbuena, only 3. Now here's the 0-1. Strike, fastball under the hands at 99. There'll be an 0-2 to the right-hand hitter, leading off the bottom of the 10th inning. And Chapman deals. Grounded foul at home plate. And Duhar at third. Didi at short. Gleyber Torres at second. And Neil Walker playing at first. He's made a couple of great pickups, scoop pickups. Stanton in left. And Hicks in center. Judge in right. Sanchez catching Chappie. Now, here's the 0-2. A high fly to shallow right. Judge coming in. It's Judge. He makes the catch. The reason I'm laughing, Judge is running as hard as he can. That's kind of a big force. Torres was out like a good second baseman. And boy, he finally got out of the way, and he got out of the way. You don't want to get hit by a locomotive. Now, one way, and here is Simmons. A right-hand hitter, and Simmons hits a high foul fly, third base side out of play. Simmons had the big hit in the game for the Angels. Ohtani homered for the Angels' first run. That was in the second inning. In the 7th, Simmons had a 2-out triple down the right field line to knock in 2 runs and give the Angels then a 3-2 lead. And the Yankees scratched out a run in the 9th. Gardner hit a sac fly off the bench. And then Didi homered in the 10th. And the Yankees have a 4-3 lead. 1 out, no one on. It'll be an 0-1 to Simmons. And the pitch is inside. 1-1 coming to the Angels shortstop. And Chapman deals way high, and the count 2-1. Another right-hand hitter is on deck, and then Zach Cozart. Now here's Chapman's 2-1. Swung on, a fly ball to left center. Hicks comes over to make the catch, and there are two away. Well, the Angels down to their final out, and here is Zach Cozart, another right-hand hitter. Yankees are 1 out away from their 7th straight win. And also, by the way, Boston lost. So the Yankees would only be 3 games out, 3 on the loss side after Boston's phenomenal beginning of 17-2. However, they've got to get the last out. And here is Zach Cozart. Now here's Chapman's pitch, half swing. He threw a slider, and Cozart swung over the top in the count 0-1. Two outs, no one on. It'll be an 0-1 to the right-hand hitter. And Chapman deals, swung on and line. There's a base hit down the left field line. Rolling to the left field corner. On his way to second is Cozart with a double. A hard line drive double down the left field line. And now right-hand hitting Chris Young, the ex-Yank, will come up and hit for Cole Calhoun. The Angels stay alive on a line drive double by Cozart. Now a base hit would tie the game. And here is Chris Young. Young, a right-hand hitter with home run power. And he's the winning run as he stands in. Cozart off second. He's the tying run. And Chapman deals low inside 1-0. Mike Scioscia has ran through his bench. And the catcher, Martin Maldonado, is the hitter on deck, and the only one left on the bench is the backup catcher, Rene Rivera. And it'll be a 1-0 to Young. Half swing and a slider, and he missed in the count 1-1. Young, a part-time player. They have so many right-hand hitters, he can't get in on a righty-lefty switch. He's 4 for 22 on the year. So Chapman taking his time. And Cozart, the tying run at second. Young at home plate is the winning run. 4-3 Yanks, bottom of the 10th with 2 out. The pitch is a breaking ball. How do you like that? He snuck a backdoor breaking ball in. How do you like that? And the count 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Young. Chappie and the Yankees are a strike away. Here's the 1-2 foul back. Chapman reaching back on the board. That was 100. I don't know how you can tell. I mean, they can with the guns. But I mean, up here, is there any difference between 99 and 100? No. Now Chapman taking his time, the way most closers do, kind of step by step, pitch by pitch. Cozart, the tying run, leads off second. And now time is called. Now Chapman is set to go. And here's the 1-2. Swung on, a little bloop to Walker. Makes the catch at first base. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Young got jammed badly and had a weak little pop-up, but right to Neil Walker at first, and the Yankees win the game 4-3 in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. In the final, the Yankees 4, the Angels 3. And, of course, we'll wait here for Susan to get her star. And Susan is about to get her star. Well, thank you, Susan. And we will get back with the totals. On Didi's home run in the 10th, after Gardner's sac fly in the ninth tied it, Yankees win the game 4-3. We're back with more in a moment on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network. Well, the Judge family of interstate batteries has 99 reasons why interstate batteries are the best. Reason number 1, Interstate is your battery for all of your auto, marine, and household needs. Well, when the Yankees play out here, they're wild games, and the Yankees normally don't win them. A very tough place for the Yankees to play, and I don't mean the last 2 years. I mean this is my 30th year. I mean the last 25 years. Anyway, the Yankees prevailed tonight. Gardner hit a sac fly in the ninth to tie it. Didi homered in the 10th to win it. There were 3 or 4 balls that I thought were out that were caught. And they explained it, well, in April, the ball just doesn't carry here, yada, yada. There's a heck of a win for the Yankees. And here are the totals. The Yankees, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7. For the Angels, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 2. David Robertson wins it, and he's 1-1. Aroldis Chapman gets his 5th save. And Blake Parker loses for the Angels. He's 0-1. The Yankees have now won 7 straight, and they are 16-9. The Red Sox lost, so the Yankees are just 3 games behind Boston after Boston's 17-2 start. And you wondered, gee, are the Yanks and the other teams going to get buried? Well, I guess the season's too long for that, so the Yankees winning 7 straight and now only 3 games out. For the Angels, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 2. The Angels are 16-10 with the loss. The game took 3 hours and 15 minutes and drew 40,446. And once again, the final score, the Yankees 4 and the Angels 3. New York Yankees baseball is a production of Sports Radio 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66 WFAN in conjunction with the New York Yankees. Studio operations by Pete Hoffman, Paul Rosenberg, and Robbie Rosenhaus. Producer engineer in the booth is Jack Candy Maldonado. Executive producer Dove Kramer. Coordinating producer Caitlin Richard. Production assistance by Rick Roush. Now please stay tuned for the Agera Energy New York Yankees postgame show starring Sweeney Murty. And for Susan Waldman, this is John Sterling saying so long from the Big A in Anaheim. In 10, the Yankees win at 4-3. Have a good night on the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
Yankees baseball was powered by Jeep. Start your adventure in a new Jeep vehicle network.